am chatting with the reigning CCMA Project Discovery winner, Eric Ethridge. How are you doing, Eric?
Great, Kaylee. Thank you so much for having me.
Oh, anytime. So, how did winning Project Discovery change everything for you over the last few months?
Oh, it's changed so many things. Even just being in the program itself was a huge opportunity, and I would say that's probably where all the learning took place and development as an artist. So they selected 6 acts from across the country and brought us all in for a week of music industry boot camp, essentially, where it was fantastic. We got to meet, all the major record labels in Canada. We got to learn from each other. We got to have performance coaching and vocal coaching, and so that was fantastic. And then winning the CCMA award itself was awesome because there was a grant through Searchlight Music, which helps pay for some recording, and also received an opportunity to play at CMA Fest in Nashville this year, which is also really exciting.
So, are you all geared up and ready to go? Because you'll be leaving in a couple months to head down to Nashville then.
Yeah, be the second week of June there. So we're just still waiting on some details, but yeah, like it's coming up fast.
It definitely is. It seems like 2017 is already starting to sneak away from us.
No kidding, eh? Like the last couple months leading up to my single release have just been crazy busy in a good way. But I can't believe it's almost April, which is nuts.
So you just released your debut single Liquor's Callin' the Shots. But it's an
I did,
amazing
yeah.
title and it is an amazing song.
Thank you. I mean, it's funny how I'm getting that a lot. I think it's a title that resonates with a lot of people sometimes. So yeah, we're really excited.
So tell people, for those who haven't heard it yet, tell people a bit about that song.
Yeah, well, this is my debut single. After the CCMA Awards that I won in September there, I flew down to Los Angeles for the month of October and worked with a big Canadian producer named Brian Howes. And Brian, a lot of people would know Brian's work through, he's worked a lot with Headley, and he's done work with Nickelback and Keith Urban and Chris Daughtry and stuff. So it was an honor to be working with him. And this song is the first of 3 songs that I did down there, and it turned out awesome. And essentially, it's a song that we wrote about. Well, it's more about kind of a story from my own life, and "Liquor's Calling the Shots" is an anthem, a drinking anthem, based on heartbreak and how sometimes we don't tend to deal with heartbreak very well. And yeah, so that's what that song is about.
It's a great song. Like it definitely is. It's like you said, it's a complete anthem about that.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah.
So you've worked on other songs. When can fans expect to hear more music from you?
Well, so I've actually spent the last 3 years or so developing the sound and working on the performance aspect as well, and writing songs, and so now from this point, my hope is to have a second single release with probably midsummer, within the next 3 to 4 months, and we'll just keep going from there. So.
So, for fans who haven't seen one of your shows live yet, how would you describe your show to them?
So my favorite part of being an artist is performing live. I love playing festivals, and when I perform, my goal is to get people really fired up and really excited, and just dancing, having a good time. And if people aren't excited by the time we get off the stage, then I haven't done my job. So
That's an
our shows
amazing
are hot.
outlook.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I mean, I look at concerts as like it's not about me. It's about everybody else that's there, and I really like to include people, like to get people engaged, and I want it to be a spectacle that people will remember, right? So we're a really high energy band. I hire guys that, and this is on purpose, the guys that are crazy performers. And now we just have overhauled the whole show, and for the summer, so we want to add some things now that are different. We want to do things that no one else is doing. So yeah, if you haven't seen the show yet, make sure you get out to see a show
Well, you
this
got to come
summer.
out to
And
Western Canada so we can all see shows out here.
no kidding, I am dying to come play out there in Calgary. I've never actually been to the Calgary Stampede, and I've heard so many good things about it, and I cannot wait to come play there.
Oh, you
So
have to
that's
come and
that's
take it in.
I know. I don't know if we're booked. We're not booked out there yet this summer. Hopefully, with as the single progresses, hopefully we can get booked out there. If not, I might just come and hang out. So
Yeah, just come hang out. It's all good.
yeah, that'd be great.
You have some buddies out here. Like you were in with sorry, not yeah, Project Discovery. You were in with Touchine County.
Touchine County, those are my boys.
Yeah.
I love those guys.
We were just hanging out with them last night.
Oh, no way.
So I usually end off interviews now with doing some fun questions at the very end.
Perfect.
Okay?
Okay, great.
So what is the last album that you bought, Eric?
Oh, man, the last album that I bought was probably the Brothers Osborne album, Pawn Shop. I'm a huge Brothers Osborne fan. I had the opportunity to play with the Brothers Osborne on their very first Canadian headlining show in London, Ontario. And I was a fan of them before they came, but that day it was at Cowboys in London, and I had a chance to hang out with them after. They took us on their tour bus, and I actually heard Pawn Shop and Dirt Rich before they even before their management team had even heard it. So I was like getting a sneak peek of what the album looked like, and so they were just really awesome, like down to earth, friendly artists, and I have huge respect for those guys. So that's still my favorite country album right now, I'd say.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
So what was the best advice that you were ever given when you were starting out with the music career?
Best advice I would say is probably that when people come to see a live show, they're not just there to see the record being played live. They're there to see a spectacle or a performance that that creates an experience, right? And so that's what I've really been focusing on as an artist and as a brand over the last 3 years, and we're going to continue working hard on that going forward. So that I think is probably the most influential advice I've gotten in my career so far.
That's pretty good advice.
I know, right?
Yeah. So last one. So debut single.
Sure.
It's called Liquor's Callin' the Shots. What beverage is usually calling the shots for you?
Jack Daniels. Yep. Hands down. And I'm not even just saying that because I'm a country singer. I genuinely just love the taste of Jack Daniels. And if I'm not getting crazy, it's I'm a red wine guy. I really like drinking red wine. So.
Interesting.
Yeah. So either one of those two are calling the shots most of the time.
Thanks so much for chatting this afternoon, Eric. It was great.
K-Leigh, thank you so much for having me.
Oh, anytime. So where can fans find you? Where they're looking for you online?
Yes, you can find me at www.ericethridge.com. My Facebook, Instagram, Twitter is all at Eric Ethridge or at Eric Ethridge Music. That should come up. And on Snapchat as well. My Snapchat is just Eric Ethridge. So
perfect.
Check it out.
Awesome.